Hello, students. History of information technology. Information technology has been around for a long time. There are four main ages that divide up the history of information technology. The first age is the pre-mechanical age. This age is from 3000 BC to 1450 AD. It's the earliest age of information technology. When humans first started communicating, they would try to use language or simply picture drawings known as petroglyphs, which are usually carved in rock. Early alphabets were developed, such as the Phoenician alphabet. The Greeks later adopted the Phoenician alphabet and added vowels. The Romans gave the letters Latin names to create the alphabet we use today. As alphabets became more popular, more people were writing information down. Pens and paper began to be developed. It started off as just marks in wet clay, but later paper was created out of papyrus plants. Sumerians' input technology was a stylus that could scratch marks in wet clay. Around 100 AD, the Chinese made paper from rags, on which modern-day papermaking is based. Now that people are writing a lot of information down, they need ways to keep all in permanent storage. This is where the first books and libraries were developed. You have probably heard of Egyptian scrolls, which were popular ways of writing down information to save. Around 600 BC, the Greeks began to fold sheets of papyrus vertically into leaves and bind them together. During this period, around 100 AD, was when the first 1 to 9 system was created by people from India. However, it wasn't until 875 AD, 775 years later, that the number 0 was invented. Now the numbers were created. People wanted stuff to do with them, so they created calculators. A calculator was the first sign of an information processor. The popular model at that time was the abacus. The second age is the mechanical age. This is the time between 450 to 1840 AD. It is the age when we first start to see the connection between ancestors and current technology. Many technologies were developed in this era. Slide rules, the Pascaline, and Libbey's machine. The slide rule. Charles Babbage developed the difference engine, which tabulated polynomial equations using the method of finite differences. John Gutenberg invented the movable metal type printing process in 1450. The development of books, indexes, and a widespread use of page numbers. The first general-purpose computer, actually, people who held the job title computer were the ones who worked with numbers. The third mechanical age was the electromechanical age. This resembles our modern-day technology. It can be defined as the time between 1840 and 1940 AD. Beginnings of telecommunications started in this period. The telegraph was created in the early 1800s. Morse code was created by Samuel Morse in 1835. The telephone was created by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. The first large-scale automatic digital computer in the United States was the Mark I, created by Harvard University around 1940. This computer was 8 feet high, 50 feet long, 2 feet wide, and weighed 5 tons. Huge. It was programmed using punch cards. It was operated through the use of punch cards, and it was nothing like our modern-day computers. However, this first attempt generated a lot of interest, and many people soon started to investigate ways in how to make the system smaller. The fourth age is the electronic, latest age. This is the age in which we're living in today, and it started in 1940. The creation of the first computer, one of the first fully functional computer systems, was the ENIAC, and this was the first high-speed digital computer, and what is made special was the fact that it could be programmed to solve a whole range of complicated computing problems. When it comes to the age of digital computing, there were 4 stages of development. The first systems relied upon vacuum tubes and punch cards in systems such as the Mark I and the ENIAC. During this time, storage of information was accomplished through the use of rotating magnetic drums. Eventually, transistors replaced vacuum tubes, while the magnetic tape was used in place of punch cards. Things started to change when programming languages such as COBOL and Fortran were developed. Eventually, integrated circuits took the place of transistors, and metal oxide semiconductors became the preferred media for information storage. This led to the first actual operating system and the more advanced programming languages known as BASIC. Eventually, the final stage of information technology was reached, as we know it, where modern CPUs emerged which combined control circuits and memory on a single chip. This led to the personal computer and eventually the modern graphical user interface. See this video on the history of information technology to understand the concept above in details. Thank you.